Hey guys, this is a very important video for anyone who is considering popping pills. So these are things you should ask yourself before you should consider going and getting a prescription. Alright, so the first thing is, do I work out? If the answer is no, that's probably something you should try. Have you done anything within the past year that you were afraid of? Or have you done anything that made you proud of yourself? Maybe the past year, or the past month, or the past week? Well, if not, then that explains part of it. Do you feel like you can be yourself, or are you trying to be yourself at all? Or do you just do what other people tell you to do? If the answer to these questions are, that you don't do any of these things, then I would say it's not weird if you're depressed. Because obviously you'll be depressed when you don't have any pride in yourself, when you don't have any self-esteem. Of course you'll be depressed. If you feel hopeless, like there's no place for you on earth, of course you'll be depressed. But listen, even someone like me, who is extremely emotional, even I am beating my own depression without these pills. I found some of my callings and found out that I just need to do my part, I need to create these environments myself, because that's what gets me going. I think everyone should be able to be themselves, to have the right to be themselves. Now, here's another question you should ask yourself, especially if you're a man. Have you tried not wanking? Like, not fapping for, let's say a week, 2 weeks, a month. Have you tried that? Or are you constantly, every single day, watching porn, getting rid of more and more of your testosterone, the thing that will make you confident and the thing that will make you act? I mean, if you are doing this every single day, and you're not doing any of these things, you should not take pills. All you're doing is getting yourself further into this rabbit hole of depression, and you're gonna stay there. Then you're gonna have to deal with the side effects of the pills. Even if they'd make near perfect pills, you'd still have to deal with being addicted to these pills and being on them. And it's gonna be very hard for you to quit while you're still depressed, while you're still doing all these same things and not doing anything to improve yourself. So listen. Do these things. Work out. Be nice to people. Believe in yourself. Do the thing you feel is right. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for others. Do the things you like doing. Do things that make you like yourself more. If you're not doing these things, you definitely shouldn't take pills. But if you're doing all these things, and you've been doing it consistently for at least 2 months, like only one wank in 2 months, for example, and you're keeping it up, and you have a structure or whatever, let's say you do this just 2 months, or maybe even just 1 month, and you still feel the same way, then you can go and get some pills. But it's not weird if you're feeling super depressed, if you hate yourself. Like, oh, I haven't done anything productive. I'm stuck in a hellhole society. Because trust me, it is not your fault that society is built in the way it is. It's not your fault that porn is free, for example. But when the product's free, there's something else they're taking. just like social media. It's not a bad idea in its core. In its core, a meeting platform across the world. It could do so much for learning, for improving mankind. Right? You could have larger communities actually doing things that are beneficial to mankind and beneficial to themselves as well. Things that they find meaningful. But instead, what did it become? Social media has become a place for girls to ruin their lives through attention seeking. So, even if you have something that could be good, if you have people who are malevolent, or people who just want to squeeze every last bit out of you for their own benefit, I mean, they'll find ways to do that. So yeah, society is messed up, and we live in most of us live in an absolute fucking hellscape in that sense, at least a social hellscape. Now, I've gotten rid of my own social anxiety a long time ago. Or at least most of it. So I can go out in public with a cardboard sign and talk to random people, like strangers. I can help them with their problems. I've done that several times. Now I want to start to doing it very soon again. It's just, I've had to work a lot and I have a lot of routines that I force myself to follow so that I can deal with my own depression. Deal with my own problems, so to say. And of course, it's pretty hard, but I try to, stay strong. I think if I can do it, if I can do this, almost anyone can do it. Because if there's something I'm a bit of a genius in, it's these sorts of things. When it comes to emotions, when it comes to emotional understanding, when it comes to self-awareness, of course, you have to come to accept there are some things that simply don't exist. You kind of have to come to accept that many things that are man-made are terrible, while nature is a bit more fair. Nature can be quite a terrible mistress as well. But, actually, where the hell am I? Oh, well, whatever. Right. Alright, we're back. I was talking about how nature is fair, but nature is also beautiful. There's a lot of beauty in nature that you just don't find that much of in mankind. For reasons like what we're discussing in this video. And because, well, many people are just stuck in this cycle, in this loop. Most people aren't capable of thought. Most people aren't sentient in the true meaning of it. And so being sentient is, it can be a hellhole, a hellscape, because you're gonna be alone. A lot of the time you're gonna be alone. And you're gonna desperately try to find a way. Especially if you want to do the right thing, then it's gonna get even harder. Because it's hard to do the right thing. Very hard, especially nowadays. Yeah. You can do a quick test to check your own sentience. It doesn't work for everyone, so you don't have to bum yourself out if it doesn't work for you, because we all have different minds, so I wouldn't take it 100% seriously. But it is one indicator, anyways, of sentience, so to say. Alright, so close your eyes, picture a ball in front of you or a cube and spin the ball around in your mind. See how it spins around. Does the ball look differently in, you know, different places? Like, can you make it look slightly differently at some place? Maybe some part is a bit more torn as you spin it around in your head. If you can do these things, and if that's possible for you, then you have sentience. It's a very simple test. You don't have to take it 100% seriously, but it shows that you're how am I supposed to explain it? Spatial, whatever. It's gonna be. I'm trying to, you know, dumb it down as much as possible. But then again, now it just sounds like, oh no, no, you're just too stupid to explain it. Okay, fine, I'll say it. So it shows that you have a sort of spatial awareness within your own mind. It shows that you're capable of creating things in your mind, your own concepts, your own understanding of reality, while people who are not capable of it tend to follow more blindly. So that is the okay. That was kind of dumbed down as well. Holy shit! Sorry guys, I mess things up a lot as well. But you know, as hopeless as I am and as retarded or as intelligent as I am, it depends on the moment. Because sometimes some people call me an absolute genius, some people call me an absolute retard, and yeah, I'm somewhere in between, but I wouldn't call myself normal in any way, shape or form. But I'm just a thinking being. I'm sentient. It's not much more. I'm also super creative, but you know, sentient, super creative and emotional. Yeah, very, very, very cool universe, because these are amazing things to be as a man, right? Not really. Not when, you know, you're limited to that. But obviously you can always improve yourself, and you can always work out, you can always make things better. That's enough about me. I hope that this gives you some insight. And I hope that this video has helped you at least a little bit. So yeah, ask yourself these questions, you know? And if you want to join Discord and talk about stuff, that's fine, or Telegram or so. And yeah, there are other people out there who are also different. And you're not alone. You're not alone. Maybe you can't have the things you may want the most sometimes. Like, I've always wanted true love, and I wanted it to be magical and all that, and you know, but that's an unrealistic expectation. But I can still have good friends. I can have friends that can understand me to a certain level. Now I feel like I can understand pretty much anyone. Well, almost anyone. As I've been very desperate to test my limits, I did come up with, you know, certain people that I do understand to a very large extent, but I feel like I can't quite draw out their very essence of their being, you know? Because I admit it, some people are above me in development, and I mean, especially, you know, if you have an IQ of like 160 or something, or I don't know, at least above 140, you're gonna potentially have an easier time if you have this kind of thinking and this kind of sentience. And maybe I'm explaining it wrong or badly, but if you have this, there's one person at least that I feel like he's, you know, one step above or beyond. But he's learned a lot from me too. It's not that. It's just he understands things at a higher level than I do. Some things, not all things. Maybe not at the emotional. It's hard to say, you know. He has a lot of self-awareness, so, and he explains things and understands a lot of shit about the world very deeply, and all sorts of correlations and causality. But this is just a guy that I talk to on Discord sometimes, and he's really cool. Some people may love him, some may hate him, but yeah, he's pretty cool, and hopefully he'll get to where he needs to be in life as well. I mean, he's far more successful than I am. That's not what I mean, but you know, at the more philosophical and spiritual level to get where he needs to be, to feel more fulfilled and more, well, he is quite enlightened, but it doesn't feel like he has this kind of positive enlightenment, or rather, it's, like I said, it's pretty tough to explain him. But that's enough. It's just a stranger to you, so. But you can talk about yourself on Discord, and I don't mind hearing you out, because I like helping people. I like helping people, understanding people, and seeing what it is that makes them tick, and then tweaking it, because people are a bit like watches in that sense, or clocks. So yeah, I like to do that. I like to do a lot of stuff like that. It's one of my interests. I like helping people, but it's... And now you're like, for what purpose? It seems very selfless now, but it is. Like I said, it's my interest. It's like, some people just like creating, I don't know, horses or something, I don't know, like wooden horses. And they get really good at it, right? And just like that, and they enjoy making it. Some people enjoy doing all sorts of things. This is what I enjoy. I know, very rare for a guy to be like that, but you know, I try to work things out anyways. If you want more truth to the claim, or want me to prove it, you can check out my piano channel, A King Piano, and that could prove some of what I said to you, at least in terms of the emotional part. And aside from that, I don't know, you'd have to see for yourself. Sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith. But it's probably better to take a leap of faith when it comes to someone who actually wants to help you and shows things that seem reasonable, you know, that seem kind, rather than things that seem, oh no, you don't need to take responsibility. Everything just comes for free. You just take these pills, man. Problems gonna go away. Nah, fam, you need to self-improve. You need to deal with most of the problems, but of course there are also people out there that need to take pills that probably don't take pills. Of course. But I'd still say there are so many people that are on pills that really, really, absolutely, under no circumstances should ever be on pills. 'Cause it just ruins their lives further. Because, yeah, society's messed up. But hey, look, we'll figure something out, won't we? Yeah, that's right. We're bros here. And sisters, I guess, whatever. I don't really want to bring women into this. Now you're like, oh my god, I can't listen to him anymore. But if you're like, you know, there's just something, I don't get it about women. Why are they so cold and so distant and so full of themselves when they have nothing to offer but their bodies? I want a woman who's different. And then you're like, yeah, that's not that many. Of course there are sentient women. But this is for another video. I think you can find enough about this topic on my channel. I also advise checking out Alexander Grace. I just say things very differently from him. But if you want the more factual, knowledge-based, you know, science stuff, you know, evolutionary psychology, and now you're like, oh, well, that's not real science. Ooh. No, but how men's and women's brains work, and our strategies, what our strategies have been and are, and stuff, and why things are the way they are, in a more, you know, factual way and rational. I mean, I'm being rational as well, but anyways, check out Alexander Grace. He has a lot of good things to say. Yeah, I am what I am. But thanks for watching the video anyways. I hope it's been inspiring or helpful in some way. If you have any things you want me to say, because mostly I make cringe on this channel, but sometimes I feel like I need to post something like this, and now I feel like it was something useful. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and take care of you. You know, even you can make a difference, and even you can do your part in saving the world. Cheers.